So I've switched to the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5, and before this I was using the S23 Ultra. Yes, disclaimer, like I do review devices here, but my main SIM right now is in the Z Flip 5, and from past experiences, I've used last year's Z Flip 4 and 2021's Z Flip 3. My SIM card was in there for quite a while I was testing other phones as well. And look, while I love the Z Flip 4 and the Flip 3, there were a couple downsides that in the end made me switch back to like this, the S23 Ultra, the generic slab of glass as my daily device. I want to discuss with you guys why I switched to the Z Flip 5 as my daily driver. Like I said, while I do have the awesome opportunity to check out a bunch of different phones on this channel, I've actually been particularly excited for the release of the Flip 5. And I want to ask you guys, if you guys know the saying third time's the charm. You know, I thought it was true with the Flip 3 because Flip 3, right? But that didn't happen. And then I thought it happened with the Flip 4, but with this, I realized I was wrong. Samsung added some pretty good upgrades. And I want to tell you guys the main reason why I switched, and it's the fact that this folds. The fact that this device folds and becomes compact. Yes, you're going to be like, oh, well, the Fold 5 folds too, but this folds and becomes compact. The Fold 5 doesn't fold and become compact. It folds, but it gets larger when you fold it out. And when you fold it in, then it becomes like just a taller, thin slab of glass. It folds out to become a normal smartphone, like a slab of glass. Then when we fold it in, or flip it in, then it becomes a slab of glass, well, like a cube of glass. It's kind of like a square cube of glass, and it's more compact. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons why. Now, I've been getting so much positive feedback from the people around me, and they're actually really genuinely surprised, and they find this device, the Flip 5, as a cool phone. They actually like that I can use full-fledged apps. It does sound weird, like you think about why would I ever watch YouTube on a smaller display when I already can just fold and watch on a larger display. I know, but it sounds pretty cool. But yeah, those who do question the crease, I've got an answer for you. It's still present, but it's definitely not as annoying as you would think. You get used to it, and like, I don't know, but it definitely isn't as striking to my eyes as last year's Flip 4. Like, it's still there, it's present, but if I don't think about it at all, it definitely doesn't get in the way. And for some, like, it feels like it's less striking, it's less present than last year, but apparently it's not. They didn't really do anything with the crease. I don't know, maybe it's just my brain telling me that, but yeah. So the large 6.7-inch dynamic AMOLED display, it's a Samsung panel. And look, I've used Samsung panels for pretty much since like the original Galaxy S, and they're amazing. And if you use it, you know how rich and beautiful their displays are. It's amazing to watch content and to play games on the Z Flip 5. Like, I'm playing Pokemon White version 2 and Pokemon Heart Gold on the Flip 5, and I was playing it on the S23 Ultra. It's very, very fun. Now, when I'm done using the phone, I just fold it like that, and it's become a super pocketable device. Like, it's very portable. It's like the size of my wallet. Now, the outer display, I briefly talked about it, but it's larger at 3.4 inches. And while like I can view widgets, which is pretty cool, and I can interact with widgets, I can interact with notifications, open up their apps, reply to messages with the full QWERTY keyboard. It sounds like a bit weird to use, like all of those stuff on this display. Why don't you just open it up and use it on a larger display? It sounds a bit weird, but sometimes it is convenient. Like, sometimes it genuinely is convenient. And during my time of using it since its release, there have been times I literally just replied on here, and I don't know, it just felt really easier. Now, that being said, I'm actually less tempted to fold the phone open and use it. And this is technically a good thing because that brings my phone's usage down. but also may help with the battery life because I am not using the battery to power this larger display. In essence, I'm just using this outer display. Now, it's great to know that when I fold the phone to use, like I can leave it at an angle. So like if I'm going to like watch a movie on my desk or do something or whatever it is, like multitask, like I can work on my laptop while I'm on a video call with friends or family, or I'm watching a YouTube video on the side. I can literally just watch a YouTube video and get work done. Now, I've talked a lot about this design and how it folds. It actually folds completely flat, and that should be the case because like that's the reason why I switched. It's the form factor. It makes it easier and more compact to carry. And not only that, Samsung also made some much needed improvements to the hinge. I just said that, to the hinge. There is literally no gap, especially when you want to compare it to the Z Flip 4 when you close the phone. And the hinge just feels easier when flipping the phone, but it also gives a satisfying like close. That is really satisfying. And for the first time, Samsung actually took some parts out of the hinge. Fun fact. Now, of course, Z Flip 5, it comes equipped with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 made for Galaxy, which definitely is an improvement in performance and also an improvement in battery life and efficiency. And I'm already noticing that slightly battery life when compared to the Z Flip 4. Yes, same 3700 milliamp hour battery capacity, but just a slightly better battery life. Like it's not like flagship battery level good. It's not S23 Ultra good, and I wasn't expecting it to have the same battery life as the S23 Ultra anyway, but it's still pretty decent, and I think we can take off less points from the Flip 5 for the battery life. Like when it first came out, that was like one of the cons, not having the greatest battery life. It's definitely much, much better and has improved even from last year. Now, using this Z Flip 5, it continues to change my perspective on foldables. And I think foldables are getting better each and every single year. Yes, Samsung, it looks like to a certain extent that they're settling down, but they're still putting in some decent improvements. And Flip 5 is the biggest improvement within the two this year, the Fold 5 and this Flip 5. Samsung is still dominating foldables in the US, and that's proof. Like, I haven't seen a Pixel Fold yet in the public, or I haven't seen any other foldables. I've only seen Flip series and Fold series, like Z Flips and Z Fours, Z Folds, Z Flips and Z Folds in public. But honestly, I think foldables, they're going to become more mainstream as time goes by on, and people are starting to realize how much, more usable it is in a sense, or how much more common they are becoming. But yeah, that about wraps up this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to superman the like button, comment down below. Best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel a lot and will help push my content out to more people. And also definitely be sure to check out my latest wallpaper pack. It's called Jello. Be leaving a link in the description down below. And also check out my latest merch. I have a bunch of things from desk mats to pillows to coffee mugs to sweatshirts, sweaters, t-shirts, you name it. We got it, definitely. That also helps the channel out a lot. Like, I've been really enjoying Z Flip 5, and I'm gonna continue to be testing more devices on the channel, but it looks like I'm gonna be coming back to the Galaxy Z Flip 5. And Flip 5, it's definitely serving its purpose for me, both in functionality and in fashion.